You've seen the rest, but why not the best? He is a graduate of Washington and Lee University, the premier private liberal arts college in Virginia, where he was the first African American ever elected to student body government. You've seen the rest, but why not the best? Immediately after graduation, he was employed as the first-line operations manager for Bankers Trust, a money-center New York City commercial bank, where he led the ground zero effort to resolve a $500 million exception that presented a risk to the check processing operation of that major New York City bank, and was instrumental in reducing the risk to a $100,000 write-off in under a year. You've seen the rest, but why not the best? He voluntarily enlisted as an infantryman in the U.S. Army Reserve immediately after Iraqi tanks rolled into the sovereign nation of Kuwait. You've seen the rest, but why not the best? He volunteered for active duty immediately after the First Gulf War and was assigned as the legal specialist for the 2nd Ranger Battalion, 75th Ranger Regiment, an elite light infantry rapid deployment combat force representing less than 1% of the active duty Army, and prepared to respond to deploy special operations soldiers to address emerging contingencies anywhere in the world within just 18 hours. You've seen the rest, but why not the best? Identified by senior command officers as one of the best amongst the best of soldiers and recommended for officer candidate school, he was accessed into the Military Intelligence Corps and served as the aide-de-camp for all U.S. Army strategic counterintelligence in the continental United States, with follow-on assignments before completing active duty service as the most junior commissioned officer to have ever served as the operations officer for all Army strategic counterintelligence in CONUS. You've seen the rest, but why not the best? He has served as a battalion intelligence officer in armor and infantry battalions in both the Virginia and New Jersey National Guards, gaining valuable experience for planning and conducting conventional military operations, as well as in responding to natural disasters and civil unrest. You've seen the rest, but why not the best? For almost an unprecedented 3 years in the U.S. Army Reserve, he has served as a commander in a basic training unit, responsible for the training, welfare, and morale of a company of 250 initial entry training soldiers, and 3 years in a row had led basic training companies to setting post records in qualification in basic rifle marksmanship. You've seen the rest, but why not the best? He possesses over 15 years of experience as a legal assistant in major private law firms in D.C., New York, and Philadelphia, as well as in federal government practice, and as a childhood protege to a legendary civil rights and criminal defense attorney. He has gone to court as a pro se litigant on a variety of issues, including 3 cases brought during the current public health crisis, using the knowledge and experience he had acquired as a former biological warfare planner in defense of places of worship and religious liberties that, through over 2 years of motions in appellate practice, had been litigated all the way to the United States Supreme Court. You've seen the rest, but why not the best? After 2 years of pandemic crisis and emerging military contingencies in Eastern Europe, the times demand proven leadership and experience. But even Dr. Rochelle Walensky has said that over the past 2 years, human choices have not served Americans well. You've seen the rest, but why not the best? Major Mike Webb for U.S. Congress. Nobody else has the resume. And failure, this time, is not an option. This advertisement was authorized by Mike Webb.